Okay, everyone, your first virtual lab of 2021, we'll be doing Ohm's law experiment, and the objective of this lab is to find out if voltage is proportional to current for a metallic conductor. So for our metal today, we'll be using copper, just because we could choose copper. Now we're going to make the length of the wire around 35. I just found that was a good length to use. We're leaving the diameter as 0.2 millimeters, and then we're setting our rheostat to the maximum it could be to allow the least amount of current to flow through our circuit to start with. Right, so now that we have those things set on the left hand side, we need to connect our circuit. So if we take a look at our circuit diagram, you will see here that we have a battery, switch, rheostat, our resistor R, and in this case that will be our length of metal. We have a voltmeter that's placed across the resistor, and then we have an ammeter that's placed in series with the resistor. So now that we know which components we have, we need to connect the components as shown in the diagram here. So if you look at the diagram carefully, you will see that our power supply or battery, the positive of it is connected to the positive of the ammeter. Now for these types of devices like our ammeter, our voltmeter, and our power supply, the positive terminal is always the red terminal. And it's always important to check the polarity of your instruments, or to know the polarity of your instruments, so that you will connect them properly. So here we have the positive or the red terminal of the power supply. We're connecting to the positive of the ammeter, and the negative of the ammeter we connect to the positive of our voltmeter, and then we have the negative of the voltmeter back to the negative. So in essence, we have just connected the ammeter in series from positive to positive and then negative to negative. Right, so now that we know how to connect those devices, let's try on the actual circuit. So we're going to start off with this positive red to red on the ammeter. Then we're going to connect the ammeter to the wire, our copper wire. But since our wire is going to be placed across our voltmeter, we're going to do that first. So we're going to put our wire in between our voltmeter leads, and then we're going to connect it. So positive to one side of our wire, then the other side of our wire we're going to connect to our rheostat. Now when we're connecting to a rheostat, we need to use on one side an upper terminal, and on the other side we use a lower terminal. So this side is the upper terminal here. So if we want to connect the other side, we are not going to connect from the edge here. We're going to connect from the terminal at the bottom. So we're connecting that to one side of the switch, and then the other side of the switch is going to go back to the negative of the power supply. So now that we have connected everything here, the next step would be to close our circuit and to record our readings. So we're taking the switch knob and we're going to try to place it in the hole right here in the middle of our switch. And once we place it properly, you will see readings on your ammeter and voltmeter. So what we're doing in this case, we are going to record our current reading from your ammeter in amps, and we're going to record our potential difference reading from our voltmeter in volts. So now you could go ahead and you could change the resistance of your rheostat and collect your readings and write up your experiment. Bye-bye.